Hey, I have a question for you, man.
It was good, John.
Hey, why do people tell men, right, to open up, but get weirdly uncomfortable once they do?
That's a good one.
You know?
Yeah, that's deep.
Hey, welcome back to Unmasked Minds, where we say what people think, but out loud. I'm your host, Mr. John. I'm with
Rashid. What's up? Welcome back to Unmasked Minds podcast. I always forget to say the minds, but yeah,
there's
back.
too many minds on YouTube. I did a quick search. There's like 5 or 10 channels with our name. We got to copyright it so that they can't use it.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. We just trying to be authentic though, man, and different. And we got to stand out, but.
Yeah, we gotta stand out. And and today's economy, we gotta stand out for real.
Yes, sir. But yeah, definitely got an interesting topic today, man. And this one is for all the, just everyone, really just kind of really thinking about men's mental health and how really men are not allowed to express themselves emotionally without people feeling uncomfortable or without people taking it as like, oh, something's wrong with him.
Yeah, but before we do, what is a man?
Elaborate. What is a man?
I'm asking you, what is a man?
So, man, to me, my definition of a man is somebody. Just being a man is just providing. As far as like when I mean providing, I mean leadership. Taking the lead, mentally, having self-control, discipline, just being able to take charge when necessary and lead by example,
Okay. So for me, I was thinking about this, and there's a difference between a male and a man. The reason I say that, it could be a boy that's like 40 years old, but still be a boy. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a man.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And I get it. There are some cultures that have a rite of passage where, let's say, with the Jewish traditions, they have the bar mitzvah of becoming a man. We got certain tribes where you go out hunting to become a man.
Yeah.
But here in a Western culture in America, we have the word man and women so convoluted, it's not able to define it. So to me, going back to the biblical times, yes, I'm bringing my faith in, the Christian times, God basically told us what a man is. It's basically, like you stated before, someone who's responsible, someone who is a leader, a provider, a protector, who does not shy away from responsibilities. There is a scripture I think of in 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I think like a child, I act like a child. But when I become a man, I leave away my childish behaviors behind me. That's basically saying, I'm taking on responsibilities. Mm-hmm. Similar to what I mentioned earlier with the Jewish traditions or any other tribes of having like a rite of passage. I feel that's what a man is,
Yeah. I can see that take, man. It's definitely, it's similar in how it connects, but yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah, because to me, people have my definition of a man is my definition. I said,
It's one thing. I mean, but everybody has, like you said, everybody has their own definition of what it is to be a man, and
that's why I gotta go back to the source.
Yeah, the source is never gonna lie to you.
It's never gonna lie.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely what it is to be a man nowadays is tough. I mean, it takes a lot to be, it's a lot for us men, out here. And, going back to like our topic, I mean, I feel like men are really not allowed to express themselves, like in a way where they can be vulnerable or weak without looking down at or without like somebody maybe judging them harshly.
You're not wrong on that. Shoot, speaking of, there is a list. You saw the list?
Yeah, what list?
So there is a list that's been generated through the eyes of TikTok and Instagram, where women would call a guy sassy, gay, or what have you, if they show these tendencies.
Oh man, that list, yeah, that's wild.
You know what's wild is the one I heard?
What's up?
If a guy is ambitious, he is gay. I'm like, what?
Sheesh, man, we can't have nothing out here as men, man. We can't even be ambitious. Another one is if a man is too sharply dressed or too clean, he might be flamboyant.
So you mean to tell me if a guy takes care of himself, he is on the other end of the spectrum? That makes no sense.
But that's all social media nonsense, clickbait. You know, I think it's just attention seeking people, and hopefully we don't have really people really thinking out here thinking like that.
Yeah, because there's last I checked, like up to 120 lines of people saying what a man should not be able to do. I'm like, you got me side eyeing. I don't know. I can't. I'm looking at the camera, looking at you. I'm side eyeing the camera. So what? You know?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, going back to what you're saying, being vulnerable. Like, we're human being. So every human, there's a vulnerability side to us.
Yeah, I agree. Men, just starting off with, you know, like this topic, and I'm just gonna go point by point. I mean, men are, in my opinion, so point number one, pretty much, men are expected to carry like everything quietly. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like what a lot of people say about men. It's like we have to sit here and deal with like the struggles of financial pressure, relationship pressure, leadership pressure, family pressure, and a lot of people are thinking that we're just handling it, and we're not allowed to express ourselves without, you know, like people taking it as like, oh, something's wrong with him or he's weak, you know.
You know what's crazy that you said that is that I know back when I was in school studying psychology, it just got me thinking of those men who cannot express themselves. They end up self-deleting themselves. And if you think about it, men have the highest rate of self-deleting. If you think about it,
Yeah.
because we bottled up inside. It cannot.
Bottle it all up, man. Can't even express it. Like, it's crazy.
I am thankful for nowadays we bring more awareness to it, so that way we can share with our boys, but with our girls, I don't know. I don't know if we could fully take off that armor as of yet.
Yeah.
What you think?
I mean, I feel like with the right person, right woman, you can express yourself. And I say the right woman because I think there's a lot of unhealed women out here, man. And a lot of those that are unhealed can't handle an emotional or vulnerable weak man when he's in his moments of weakness and vulnerability.
I'm gonna add an asterisk to it. Not just in mentally healed woman, also a culturally corrupt woman cannot handle a man's vulnerability.
Culturally corrupt, social media corrupt.
Yeah, because like we shared on one of his episodes beforehand, how society basically dictate how we act, and if we find someone is going against the grain of society, I feel they're a little more empathetic to what's going on with a man. That's why you find out diamond in the rough that she can adhere to you and listen to you. But if not, hey, guys, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it's a struggle. I mean, I think we all been there, done that, like being with certain women in our past relationships, and like maybe had situations or experiences where a woman, you might express yourself in a way where you feeling down and vulnerable, and she looking at you like, stop being like,
Stop being the female dog.
Yeah.
Female, yeah, we'll use female dog.
Yeah, female dog. But it's kind of sad because it's like, I think like vulnerability it's one of those things where it's definitely a strength to be able to go to someone and tell them like, hey, I am not feeling my best, or I'm not strong, like I'm not here and I'm not feeling as strong. It takes a lot to do that, you know? And to do that in front of somebody, especially a woman, you know, that looks at you as the Superman, because I think all women look at us as that leadership provider, you know, and I feel like a lot of women are not used to seeing men. I mean, I ain't gonna say that. I feel like a lot of women they're not used to seeing, maybe they might not used to seeing men weak, you know, because I mean, again, a lot of men don't like even being vulnerable. It's hard for a lot of men to be vulnerable, you know?
That is true, because of the judgment, because, well, we've seen from time and time again, if men are being vulnerable, another word that associated with vulnerability is weakness. Mm-hmm. And with some women, not all, but some, we categorize them as, okay, I don't feel secure in this relationship because he's weak in this area. Mm-hmm. And that's a sad way to look at things. And now another thing I was thinking about just now as you were saying that about vulnerability, I think I shared this before. Vulnerability builds intimacy. Mm. A lot of times women will complain he only just want to have sex. But guess what? They're also shutting down his moments of being vulnerable with you to build intimacy with you. And each time he does try to do all the types of the feeling, it's all coming sexual because you keep shutting down the other side of intimacy, the vulnerability. Yeah, I didn't even think about this before the conversation. Shoot.
Yeah, I mean that's tough. Like the fear of looking weak as a man it's a big one, because a lot of men, they fear, like they hide, you know, that fear. They avoid therapy. You know, that's the biggest one. You know, because they just don't want their partner seeing them as, you're not able to provide. I mean, it's like, for example, going to work. Like, we all are capable of doing the job, but then there's times where we're not capable. But in order to keep the job, you have to show that you're more than capable. You can't show no weaknesses. You can't complain. You got to just show up and show out. And the moment you say, I can't do something, you know, they're going to find a replacement for you. But I think that in itself teaches us not to be vulnerable, because I think being vulnerable at work is one of the worst things to do, because it's almost like showing you can't do the job. But we're not talking about work. We're obviously talking about relationships and connections with different people.
But they treat it the same though. Yeah, that's not true. They treat it the same.
They do. Yeah. I mean, what's your take on, I guess, like, why do men feel safer suffering in silence? Like, why do they feel like they can't open up?
So funny enough that you said that. I'm currently watching a show called This Is Us. I'm not sure you've seen it before, but there's a clip that's been struck around social media where this guy and his wife were talking. And the wife is like, hey, I'm going to get back into dance. They're like in their mid-30s. Mm-hmm. And she literally threw at him, said, when was the time for me to tell this to you? During your panic attacks? She literally threw something that's vulnerable to him at his face during an argument. You know? And although this was a TV show, a lot of guys in the comments I was reading it were able to relate. Like, the fear of sharing something vulnerable with them is being used as a weapon against them. You know? Yeah. Have you experienced that before?
To an extent, yeah.
Same here. And I feel like that's the reason why it's like vulnerability. Like, sometimes we have to suffer in silence or find a men's group in order to express that, because at times the one we desire to share that with, we can't always share those intimate details. Yeah. Or sometimes we have to go to another outlet in order to filter out some of the heavy stuff, so that way to get more of a kitty hand version of what was going on.
Yeah. But I'm gonna give you a little pushback, John, because I feel like, and we're talking about relationships here, like as men and women. So like as a man, if you go to your woman like to express yourself and be vulnerable, if you can't express yourself and be vulnerable, that's a big issue. That's a big red flag. I mean, even if there is an outlet or a like a or, like a connection group or whatever you said, there's something there that you can outlet you can connect with when you're feeling down. But I feel like you should be able to express yourself to your man. I mean, to your woman. Oh, what's it, man?
But now here's my pushback to that. I think I said this in the very beginning. Not everyone is able to fill your cup.
Yeah.
What I mean by that, yes, I gotta take it back to the Bible. Yeah. I'm not sure if you know this by now. I'm gonna bring some scripture into this.
Yeah.
But going back, like, not everyone's able to fill your cup. Yes, we hear stories of King David in the book of Psalms, of how he expressed himself emotionally about what's going on in his life, talking to God, like, God, where are you? God, thank you, and all that. A lot of women will view that, okay, he's weak because he is being expressive of his emotions. But this is the same King David who also laid down the Goliath, all right? Now, in today's culture, a lot of women will be like, okay, this is too much to handle. I got life also going on too. Mm-hmm. Now, the key difference what King David was doing and what we're doing currently, King David brought his frustrations, emotional hurt, the mental hurt, all to God. So that way, when he does go back to his wife, I'm not sure which wife he's going to go to because you guys know the story. He probably gave him a filtered version because not every human being could fill our cup, but the one who can is God. Like, I would love to share with her, but at the same time, the emotional bandwidth may not be there for her.
Yeah. And
therefore, we're going back to that scene I mentioned earlier about that, with that girl that panic attack about that guy. She may end up, unfortunately, weaponize that situation towards you.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I wouldn't say I get the piece you're saying. Definitely, I get what you're saying. But just expressing yourself, I guess, is this one thing, and asking for some like input is another thing. Like, I guess I'm saying that should it be safe to express yourself to your woman?
I feel like it got to be a filtered version of what's going on, not the chaotic mess.
Yeah, of course.
Because if you bring guys, don't bring your women chaotic mess. But if you bring a chaotic mess, I feel like that will bring the insecurities within her.
Yeah, obviously we express yourself in a healthy manner, but
here's the thing: not many people know how to express themselves in a healthy manner.
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah.
And that's why I was like, okay, once you talk it all out with your peers, your community, therapists, what have you, hopefully you let out all of the kinks out. Then once you come to your woman, your wife, or your girlfriend, it'd be a little more softer. It won't be like, okay, what are you going to do? How are you going to solve it? I mean, this was going, and so in that way, when you come to her, be like, hey, this is what's going on with me. Here's a solution I came up with. Versus she got to figure out on her own. She got to figure out how she's going to help you because you coming to me, okay, I have no solution, and yet you're expressing to me, how can I help you? I'm weak in this area.
Yeah,
but you come to her and say, okay, I expressed it to you, but hey, I have a solution. This is what I'm going to do. I talked this out with someone. This is where I'm heading towards. But I'm letting you know what's going on with me. But it's happening to me because I have control. Like, having that sense of control of your emotion or any given scenario, I feel like that will maintain the secureness.
Yeah, self-control is important.
Definitely. And I feel like that's one thing they don't say online is that you'll hear a lot of men be like, okay, not be vulnerable with your woman, but at the same time, are you showing vulnerability and at the same time solutions to your situation? If not, Yeah, I can see why she may give you a side eye. I may feel insecure in this situation. At the end of the day, everyone wants to feel secure. Bottom line.
Yeah, definitely. So let me ask you this question: Do women really want vulnerable men?